Resume life. Alrighty. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. And welcome back everybody to Planescape Torment. Where last time, we managed to make our way to Rackpicker Square, and we met with the midwife of this area, and she actually taught us how to use magic. In fact, after doing a little bit of running around and learning, we actually turned ourselves into a mage. Now, we were a fighter level 5 beforehand, and now we're a mage level 3. So basically, in a sense, we are not particularly strong. Our proficiencies, I think, remain the same, but we can't use all the weapons anymore that we could, and equipment for that matter, but we can now use spells. We still have the Bone Dagger, which is presumably our strongest weapon, as well as a bunch of charms and spells that will be to our assistance, but we also have made our way over to Rackpicker Square in the sense that now we kind of have found a place where Farad might reside. And we have kind of entered a mini alliance with Sharegrave over here. Sharegrave is one of the big collectors, so to speak, as in basically the gang leader of those collectors. The collectors, what they collect is bodies. Deaders, as they call them. And well, they turn them over to the Dustmen, and the Dustmen just give you a bit of money for the amount of things you have, so to speak. So basically, we have made our way over here, and let's go back down into the trash warrens.
Alright.
We have told these guys that, well, we want to talk to Farad. And we have basically convinced them that we have business. We didn't tell them anything more. And basically Sharegrave wants to know, where does Farad get all these dead bodies from? Because recently, apparently Farad, which is the other gang leader of collectors, if you will, has somehow managed to get a lot of dead bodies from somewhere. And Sharegrave wants to know how that works. Neither is the most noble professions, but such is the way of life if you need to somehow make an ends meet. So we just kind of continue exploring down here a little bit more. Going to the depths instead of the smoldering corpse bar? Yeah, I mean, we are right here. We kind of know where Farad is. Not really entirely, I guess. And these guys might attack us. Maybe they just leave us be. Who knows? Stuff. Here we get a bit of money. Cranium Rat charm, which basically gives us sneaking and other stuff. Dirty Rat charm. Basically this is for thieves. A high quality stiletto and Cranium Rat tails. I'm just gonna grab all of these. I feel like they would mind if they knew that I took them, but you know. What are they gonna do about it? They try to attack us, we attack them back. So in a sense, I'm the bad guy right now, if you will. But also, this is an RPG. Alrighty, here we have a collector who apparently is hostile. I don't know why. But, well, we're just gonna go ahead and, I suppose, attack him. I don't know why he is hostile. He's not attacking. He's running away. Oh, I think he might have just called the trash warrens thugs. Alright, let's try out our spells. I have never tried this out before, so... how do I use spells? Spells. Alrighty, Chromatic Orb. So we are currently cast at level 3, so that's 1 through 8 damage plus, so basically 2 to 12 damage. And just gonna cast a spell at him. 6 damage and 2 more, and he's injured. There's a lot of them. Alrighty, do we have more spells here? We have Ice Knives, which I think is 2nd level. That's a lot of dudes. Okay. Hit, but didn't really hit too well. Let's try to knock them out. This could be really bad. And considering how many enemies these are, we're gonna use the Fly Corpse Charm. And this should deal a lot of damage to all the enemies around. Plus, if there's spellcaster among them, they will not be able to cast any spells while they are under the effect of the insect, so to speak. So this is a really strong spell. Well, it's a charm, but we can also use it as a spell. Not terribly impressed by the Ice Knife, currently at least. It might be better for single target. So I'm going to replace my 2nd level spell with the Swarm Curse instead. This one is fine, I suppose. Maybe I could have used Fist of Iron instead. Who knows? Alright, why did you attack us, dude? Well, that's too late now. You've probably been asked that before, but... Are you walking instead of running because you like the game feel? I like looking around. This gives me more time to think. And more time to, like, take in the environment. So I kind of like the slower pace. I do occasionally run for... I'm not exclusively walking. I do occasionally run for efficiency, to say the least. Grab the things that are reasonably valuable, leave the rest. Alrighty, Mort took quite a bit of a beating there. But he is still mostly fine. He is pretty difficult to hit, but unlike the Nameless one, unfortunately, he does not have a natural health regeneration. So yeah, while I'm talking and just kind of thinking, I just like my characters to walk down the alleyway. So this was effectively a form of an ambush. I don't know why that collector thought I was attacking him, but he clearly had a lot of friends. Emphasis on had. I wonder if I can rest here. It's too dangerous to rest here. Fair. I would like to have my spells back. Enemy sighted. A buried villager. Well, I guess I made enemies with these. A lot of enemies. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and cast Fist of Iron.
Okay.
And now, with the Fist of Iron, this would will allow me to effectively have my fist be a much stronger weapon. So I guess it's gonna try and punch them. There's also a tiefling here, from what I can tell. Why are you guys attacking me? I don't mean to fight you.
Damn it.
But they're clearly protecting something. Alrighty, my spell has run out, so we switch back over to the dagger. I like Fist of Iron, but it lasts not long enough for it to be terribly useful, it feels like. Alrighty. Bunch more bronze rings and a dirty rat charm.
Alright.
And more enemies? The game paused automatically. Oh, I accidentally must have pressed a button to try and rest. This looks like it was part of some permanent structure, perhaps buried in the surrounding trash. Yeah, this... Apparently we have a key. I don't know what the key is, but basically, in Sigil, the world of portals, if you will, anything can be a doorway that is enclosed on all sides. the legs of a table, a regular doorway, an archway, and as long as you have a key, and the key can be anything as well. It can be a thought, it can be a treasure chunk, it can be you turning in circles 3 times and singing a tune. Anything can be a key, and apparently we have one, and I don't know why. Alright, we have managed to get through here, and there is Cranium Rats here. I am out of here, I'm immediately getting away. Because Cranium Rats are way more intelligence the more there are. Basically, they're also called brain rats. And the short version about them is... I'm gonna go back to rest, by the way. The short version about them is that the more cranium rats there are, the smarter they are. And if you fight, let's say, more than 4 at a time, they become smart enough to cast spells. It's a really fascinating concept. I actually really like that idea. But it's also just like, I have no idea what these things can do now. Because if each one of them can just cast spells at us, then we might be in big trouble. Alright, here we have Mebeth, who taught us how to magic. I would like to rest here. And then also I would like a bit of healing. And she basically just lets us rest and heal for free. The resting is important in order to refresh my spell slots, and the healing is important in order to, well, be full health. You can guess the key when you're on the other side. Well, I suppose maybe a rat tail, if I were to guess. Because there's a lot of rats over there. And I don't know whether it's a clever idea of mine to just try and go through there. There is some items here that I would like to see what they are. The trash in this room has piled up in such a way as to form a pocket within the trash mountain. Is this costing you junk each time across? No. I've checked. It doesn't. Otherwise, you could possibly get yourself in trouble there. Yeah, let's just see. I'm gonna immediately swarm curse them. And I'm gonna make a hard save, because I feel like this could be pretty ugly. I don't know whether I'm set up for this yet. Oh, they're all actually in one pile right now. That is perfect. Let's swarm curse, which also means they can't cast spells, and Mort immediately start attacking them.
Damn.
Alrighty. Because they can't cast spells while they're under the effect of a swarm curse, I guess we had it much easier than
What's the word, Chief?
you would otherwise have it. That was really loud, holy cow.
Done.
Right, that worked out quite well. And we find Magic Missile, Prickly Club, and a Silver Frame. We don't have enough space, let's just get this. And a bunch of money. That was actually a lot of things. Also, I think that was a trap, maybe? I don't have a way to disarm them. I'm no thief. I don't have a thief in my team either. I think you have already dirty rat charms. Scroll of Magic Missile. The main appeal of Magic Missile as a spell is it doesn't deal much damage, but it guaranteed hits. Which is not necessarily the case for other spells. And since we are a mage now, we can copy spell scrolls into our spell book. It consumes the scroll, unfortunately, but yeah. Also, let's see, Prickly Club. We do not appear to have high enough lore in order to identify it, usable only by thieves. This club seems to be made from sort of a prickly plant. Small thorns adorn the head of the club and can easily be broken off. Identify. I don't have identify scrolls or spells prepared right now. And the Silver Frame invokes Pain Mirror. So if we have high enough lore for the items in question, it will actually allow us to immediately know what they are without having to cast an identify spell like this one. When used, this item causes an attacker to feel the same pain and hurt that he has inflicted upon the user. Interesting. Have you made sure to get mortal aid? No. I mean, if he wants to and the opportunity comes up, sure, why not? But I'm not interested. Alrighty, I will want to have an identify spell ready. And I think this is the entirety of the trash heap. So this was Bish, and Bish told us that, well, you don't appear to be much of a threat, so we're going to visit Farad, and let's talk to him. There's just buried villagers. Alright, the walls in this area are a mixture of loose trash and the actual walls of a great building. This area looks like it might have been a whole city block once.
Done.
Yeah, this is strange. Mort always looks so happy. Definitely feels like it. Well, we have an underground city here. I don't know whether I'm allowed to take these things here or not. I don't have any use for fist irons. This is village thugs and Ku Yin. Hello. You see a drab man with a perfectly moon-shaped face. He looks at you without expression and does not speak. He looks as though his voice would be as flat as meadow. Greetings. I was hoping you could answer a few questions for me. What do you wish to know? Can you tell me about this place? I know nothing of it. I do not know this place. I have no name. I have no number. I have no memory of this place. I am cold. I am scared. This is strange to be so naked. I fear I will die. What do you mean? I once lived in a land of metal machines and doors that opened outward. I dream of the pristine metal cities and the empty shells that are our people. I had a number and a name there, and now I have neither. Like all my kind, they are all I have. They are all I have had all my own life. They were stolen from me. Without them, I am nothing. I request your aid. Well, who has your name and number?
Updated my journal.
The one who used to be Radin. She stole them from me. I offered her the shelter of my name and number, and she stole them from me. They are mine, lawfully, and by right. Find her. She's in this village. I'll see what I can do. But please answer some questions for me. What do you wish to know? Tell me about yourself. Okay, he says the same thing again. Tell me of Sigil. I know nothing of it. So basically, from what I can tell, there's a number of people we have encountered so far that are effectively from other planes of existence, dimensions if you will. So the planes, or Sigil here, the city we are in, is effectively on a plane between planes. It's a city of doorways that leads everywhere and nowhere, and the difficulty is finding the correct doorway if you want to go in a particular place. So, the chances are that this guy here might have come from a place and he has no way to come back now. Or he might have been born here and he means it rather literally that his name as number has been stolen. Alright, interesting. Let's see. This record card has seen better days. There. Alright. Also the leader heads home. Martha the seamstress. Let's go to the leader head, shall we? Ojo's house. Ojo stands
I'm
over
gone.
there. These rags look they've been chewed on. The small candle is giving off anemic light. Hello. You see a burly man with a slack jaw. The spark of intelligence is, in his eyes, little more than a brief flare. Who are you? He blinks at you. Point at him. Who are you? Ojo. Okay, Ojo, I had some questions for you. Ojo just stares. Tell me about yourself again. He shrugs. Alright. What are you doing? Ojo talk. He stops abruptly and begins massaging his hand. Examine his hand. There is a small inflamed scab on his skin. As you watch, he peels the scab away again. What happened to your hand? Bit. Who bit you, Ojo? Ojo looks toward one of the walls and then turns back to you. Eyes narrowed and the corner of his mouth twitching. Who you leave? I just wanted to ask you some more questions, Ojo. No, you leave! He's becoming agitated. All right then, farewell.
Done.
Don't agitate the dude. Wonder what happened there.
I'm gone.
Let's talk to a buried villager. These ones at least don't attack us. You see a ragged man, clad in patchwork clothes. He reeks of smoke and trash, and has a yellowish cast on his skin. He looks askew at you. What do you want from me, Cutter? Just the answers to some questions. Make it fast, Cutter. I got mouths to feed. Who are you? Ain't important, Cutter. Slipped twixt the cracks too long ago. Or maybe that was me. Duh. One way or another. I'm just another one trying to make a living any way I can. Alright. What are you doing then? Trying to make a living? What does it look like? Only I keep getting asked questions and it's stopping me from that. You done yet? For now.
Alright.
Alright, sure. I don't mean to offend them if this is stealing. I'm just gonna grab stuff, it's not stealing. Like, that's literally kind of one of the things I appreciate about, like, Divinity Original Sin. I just know whether it's supposed to be stealing or not if I, like, hover over something. Hi, Marta. Then again, technically there's always stealing if I'm taking stuff where I had no idea where it was before and, you know, there's people around. So... You see a blockish woman dressed in a heavy burlap robe. She lumbers about the room, her joints popping as she bends over to pick up objects from the various tables. Her hair is bound back from her head with a bone hairpin, and she has a sour, curt-faced expression. She is mumbling to herself in a sing-song voice. I only just now looked at the room. This does not look terribly pleasant. Greetings. The woman doesn't appear to hear you. Instead, she stumbles back to one of the long tables and begins picking at one of the corpses. Come on now, she clicks her teeth. Don't be all difficult on Marta. He's been difficult, isn't he, Marta? Yes, he is. Well, let's just watch what she's doing. From what you can see, it looks like she's digging teeth out of the corpse's mouth, with only her hands and fingernails. When that doesn't work, she pulls out a splintered wooden chisel and a mallet and thwacks at the gums until the tooth snaps free, and then puts it into a bag at her waist. What are you doing? Marta leaps away from the corpse, startled, and gives a piercing shriek. Ah! She catches her breath, then hisses angrily at the corpse on the table. If that you were not, you might have said something earlier. False corpse, nasty corpse, yes? Have you no shame? Wait, we can... pretend to be the corpse. She thinks the corpse is talking. Sure, let's do this. Let's throw the boys. You are the one who should be ashamed, knocking out my teeth like that. Have you no respect for the dead? Ha! Martha puts her hands on her hips and puffs up indignantly. Likes you cared for your teeth, all rotten and scored and syrup brown. Wonder they hadn't plopped out of your bone box. She scratches her head. Isn't that right, Martha? Aye, all rotten gone they are. Let's just continue this game. Oh, you will be punished for your evil teeth-taking, Martha. I shall haunt you until the end of your days. Ha! You hear that, Martha? Do you? Martha's face grunges up like a wrung rag. I hears it, Martha, I hears it. With a grunt, she starts pounding the corpse with her fists, making meaty thwacks with every hit. Haunt me, will you? Take this, and this. Okay. Oh, stop. I will haunt you no longer. Forgive me. Damnable debtors. Martha takes a deep breath and lets the chisel fall to her side. That's more like it. Hey, Martha? Yes. Corpse quiet. Yes. Let's ignore her for now and explore the room. This tub is filled with a mess of rotting body parts. They are looked picked clean. Do I even want to look into these barrels? Check my alignment after this? Neutral good? I don't know what it was before. Needle and thread. This is a pile of foul-smelling body parts, arms, legs, torsos, even the occasional head. They all look picked clean.
I'm gone.
My alignment was true neutral. Interesting. I wouldn't have expected this to shift my alignment to the good. I have some questions for you, Martha. Martha glances up as he speaks. Did he the one say questions, Martha? Martha blinks, then frowns. Aye, Martha, he said such, for he wears the asking look on him, he does. What are you doing? Martha turns back to the corpse with a huff. I'm trying to get this Berg to give up his stitches and his teeth and he isn't cooperating, no. She wags her fingers as if lecturing a small child. Stubborn as stone, isn't he, Martha? She pouts. Yes, he is. I see. Can I ask you some other questions? Did the one have questions? Why are you pulling out the corpse's teeth and stitches?
Updated my journal.
Put him aside, Martha. That's what I does. She scratches her head. Aye, Martha, we do. Stitches, thread, and teeth are precious. Can be turned into chink. Strip the corpses, we bring ya. They tell Martha, pull out teeth, stitches, thingies inside the corpse. Strip them cold, and we'll sell them to the dusties. Uh-huh. Let's see. Wait, I can ask her to dig in my corpse around for anything? Why? This didn't make you good, but you've been doing good deeds, so your line has shifted to good. Oh, I see. That's what you mean. Why? Because you can. Yeah. Alright. You look for things inside the corpse. Can you dig around in my body for anything? Martha squints at you. Then nods. Martha can do that. Can't you, Martha? Yes, you can. I am not going to watch this. Where? Martha is studying you as if looking for the best place to crack you open. Why? Jesus. I don't want to pick any of these, honestly. I'm not going to. Never mind. Farewell. I'm out of here. But at least we know now
Done.
that Martha is the one that opens and cleans the bodies, to say the least. Hey, necklace of hollow teeth. Interesting. Quint's poison charm cures poison. This is a necklace made of pointed teeth. Examining it more closely, you see that each of the teeth has been hollowed out, as if it could carry a small amount of liquid. It is Quint's poison charm. When used, it has the ability to cure various types of poison. Well, that's very handy. Hey, you don't like Martha? Martha is spooky, okay? So... no. It looks like someone parked this cart here long ago. Yeah. I assume that the tap for checking for items was not in the original game, and consequently I also assume that this chest over here would have been really difficult to spot normally.
Did you see that?
So I figured these village thugs just could randomly attack us.
I feel stronger.
Oh, it just randomly leveled up too. Do we go after the others? Yeah, sure, why not? I should have asked Martha whether we could, like, see her supplies. Maybe we could sell, like, the bronze rings to her and stuff. Oh, Radine over there. That could be interesting.
Damn it.
This is annoying. Let's see, chromatic orb. There we go. I'm not gonna worry about hunting down the last one. A little bit of money, but we leveled up. We are now level 4 mage. 1 hit point acquired. Spell memorization abilities have increased. Which is pretty much what I expected, I suppose. Which means we can now memorize more spells. 1 more first level spell. And interesting point to note, I need to want to learn Identify anyways. And 1 more second level spell. Very nice. And I think Swarm Curse is just my go-to currently. That's such a good spell for many enemies. Alrighty, let's see.
Good as done.
Done.
Yeah, good as done.
Silver earring and tarnished silver bracelet.
Huh?
You know what? I just realized
is
opening the container is what makes enemies or people aggro, not me grabbing things. Hey, Radine. You see a woman with a lined face and drab clothing. Her eyes are far away, and there seems to be a new vitality rising up under her skin, as if she'd been given a new life. There's a patterned tattoo around her neck. She starts when you speak to her. Hey, what do you want? New vitality? I just wanted to ask you some questions. Mayhap I could answer, sorry. Mayhap I do. Could you tell me about yourself? Me? I got 2 names now, and I'll show you only 1. Don't want you to stealing the new one. Hehe. You can call me Radine, pet, and I'll hold his other name tight to myself, I will. 2 names. Must be nice to have them. Aye, puppet it is. Can you give me some other answers? Mayhap. Tell me about that tattoo. This squirmy thing? It's an identified number. It's my number, given to me by a kind man who saw me cold without the protection of numbers to back me up. Now got it, and I'm happier I have ever been before. Well, the man wants it back now. Her voice grows shrill. Well, he can't have them. He offered them to me, and I kept them. He never said nothing about no loan of them, and he never said he needed them back. He ain't getting them. You can tell him so. He really needs a name. You tell him he can have mine. The name Radine should be good enough for anyone. Well, it wasn't good enough for you. Why should it suffice for him? It's a world difference between growing up in a name and having someone else's theory. A new attitude behind an old name can change it all. See what I've done with this one? I'll talk to him about it. First, answer some questions for me, please. Can you tell me about this place? The Buried Village. Nice enough place, I suppose. If you don't mind the stench of corpses being torn open, garbage heaped on the roof, and the constant scaring of rats around here. Much colder with only a name, no number to protect you, that's for sure. I see. Very well, let's talk about the other guy. Or talk with the other guy. Also, let's go really quick back to her over here. Where's the... I'm just not gonna worry about him.
I'm gone.
Can we rest here is the question, basically, that I wanna ask. I have some questions, Martha, and... I'd like to buy stuff from you. Okay, she seems confused. Buy? Ching ching? And you're here to pick up some... That's what you're here for, ain't ya? To pick up the threat bones and rattling teeth is. No, I'm not here to pick them up. I'll buy some from you. She stares at the coin in your hand, as if not sure what to make of them. Shiny shinies. She frowns. What did they want again, Martha? She mumbles. Martha, what did they want? Can I see what you have? Okay, so we can sell to her, but... Well, we can buy from her. She has a glass eye? What? Teeth of the Viper? -1 to damage with all attacks, and -1 to Thaco, which is bad. Even though it says -1, it's actually +1. This glass eye is a poor replacement for a real one. The wearer's depth perception is impaired while this eye is worn. Which, by the way, we can replace our eye? Definitely interesting. Teeth of... Wait, you can get new teeth, Mort? 2 to 7 piercing, enchanted +1, poisons the target, immunity to poison. Huh. These teeth appear to be a set of hollow fangs, much like those of a viper. Although long removed from their original host, the teeth still drip poison from their sharp tips. Well, I have just about enough money. I mean... Sure.
In case you didn't notice, Chief, those are my teeth.
I never realized.
Hey! 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 Come on! Hey! Come on!
Okay. We replaced Mort's teeth. And... it's certainly... a thing I didn't consider would be an option. Can you use Cloth Charm? We can for healing. And you can also blind. Alright, Mort has a new weapon now. I never thought about that part, that he actually could get weapons.
Alright.
Either way, Martha, can I rest here? I don't want to rest here, but you know. Can I rest here? Martha nods. Martha home. Martha sleep here. You can sleep if you want. Yes, I don't think Martha have problem. Does he, Martha? She shakes her head. No, Martha doesn't have, if he doesn't. Very well.
Done.
It's not the most pleasant place to rest, but it's much quicker than going outside. Oh, you're still there. You're uninjured now. Done. The friend spell will increase your count and maybe help you with conversations or transactions. I forgot about that part. That's right. Alrighty, let's use an identify spell here. The Club of Nettles. 1 through 6 crushing damage, +2 Thaco to hit accuracy, and club's proficiency only usable by thief. This particular club is one of the more favored one of the more favorite weapons of thieves. Upon making a successful hit, an opponent tiny barbed thorns lodge into the skin and cause the victim to become disoriented for a brief period of time. This allows the thief time to safely rob and escape the victim. Sounds like a good weapon. You think I might want to talk to Marta some more? I don't want to talk to Marta some more, but I believe that you think I want to talk to Marta some more. So let's talk to Marta some more. I don't like Marta. Alright. Why are you pulling out the corpse's teeth and stitches? Wait, she already told me that. Do you want to tell me I want to have her search my body? I suppose it is a reasonable idea. Because, you know, there's tattoos all over the place. There could be more stuff hidden. Sure, I don't wanna. Alrighty. Let's try the stomach, shall we? You lie upon the table, and Marta stands over you, a rusty knife at the ready. There is a stabbing pain as she slices into your abdomen, then cuts brutally downward in a saw-like motion, exposing your innards. Despite the pain, you watch in morbid fascination as she lifts up your stomach. Watch. Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, shaking her head. Nothing. Phone in. Marta? No, nothing, Marta. No luck. Should we try again? How about my ribcage? Alright. Fall into darkness. I'm not gonna read this. I'm sorry. I don't do well with these things. Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, shaking her head. Nothing. Found, Marta. Eh? Nope, nothing. Could you check my intestines? Anything could be lodged in there. Alright, let's watch some more. There's a wrenching pain as Marta lifts up the ropey mass of your intestines. Blood and other fluids streaming from it. Look at this, Marta. Look at this. I see. Cut there. Marta makes a small, deft incision in the side of the one intestines, and you hear a ting. Something small and metallic strikes the floor.
Updated my journal.
Gained an item. Gained 2 items, actually. Marta then dumps the soupy mass back into your torso, then reaches down, picks up the objects. A ring. It appears, and she flicks it to you. Pretty, eh, Marta? Yep, yeah, Marta. One shouldn't swallow such a thing. No. Thanks. Was there anything else? Not yet. Farewell. I didn't even take any damage, and I didn't take any maximum hit point damage. I'm surprised. We have acquired 2 items. Why do you have your... Oh my goodness. Really? This ropey mass of blood intestines appears to be yours. You have to admit it makes you uncomfortable to see them outside your body. Yeah, it does. Save your intestines. Alright. Noted. Don't lose your guts. Okay, Mort, hold on to my guts. Alright. Peace. And the twisted ring. +1 to armor class. This ring looks like 3 rings that have been wrapped around each other. Just looking at it makes you dizzy. I imagine cracking open the skull is going to bring me back to the mortuary. Feel free to confirm or deny. I don't think I want to try. +1 to armor class. Well, I can't replace these 2. Both of these are better or equally as good. I guess we're just gonna keep that. It would not take you to the mortuary. Surprising.
Alright.
I don't want to try. Blah.
Done.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Alright, let's talk to the other guy. Apparently she didn't realize it was not supposed to be alone. Have you located the woman with my name and number? She will tell you she won the name from me, but she did not. She stole it. I require my name and number. She's in the village somewhere. Yeah, I have. She doesn't want to give it up. He pales for a moment. She must. They are mine. She stole them from me. I request your assistance. Perhaps if you answered some other questions from me. Nothing. Curious. She looks blankly as you return, then shakes herself out of her daze. As she does, the tattoo around her neck squirms. You again, egg cutter? I tell you, I won't give the name and number back. Tell you what, using this name and number increased my fortunes. I'll pay good money for it, and he can buy himself a nice new one. How's that? Actually, how about I buy it from you? I don't have enough money for that. She looks at you as if you're mad. Are you totally barmy? Of course I won't sell my name. Why not? Because it's me name, Burke. You don't sell your name. Well, fine, I'll go check with him. I should have cast friends before buying the teeth, huh? That was super expensive. Well, the despondent man looks up to you, a glimmer of hope in his eyes, yet he speaks emotionlessly as ever. Has she given you my name and number? She has offered money, has she not? I cannot live. Money means nothing without a name. Get me my name. Has she given it? His eyes crawl across your face, watching intently. She has offered money for them. No money can buy a name. No amount can buy a number. Coin is scant consolation for identity. Surely can understand that. Yes, I can. I'll see what I can do. Hey, Radine. Doesn't work. Her face crumples as she sees you again. He has refused again, hasn't he? And sure, you've come back to take back what's rightfully mine. You don't need a number to live. He does. Even if it hurts you, you have to give it up. It will be better for both of you in the long run. I suppose you're right. I've been a bad person, sure I have, and I can't keep this. Here. She peels the rippling tattoo from around her neck and hands it to you. She shivers as she does, and you can tell him his name now. He was and will be Ku-Yin. Now let me go. Thanks. I have a few more questions. She turns her head and shuffles away, seeming lifeless without a number tattoo to lend her the air of a mystery. It is the last you see of her. Oh.
All right.
Well, maybe she did need those numbers to live as well. You know, it's his, I guess. How did you lose it? Oh, whatever. Oh, well. The despondent man looks up at you. Okay, he says mostly the same thing still. Has she given it? His eyes crawl across your face, watching intently. Yes, she has. May I have them? Yes, your name is Ku-Yin. Take your number. I thank you for my name and my number. Yes, Ku-Yin, yes. But no, I now realize I no longer require a number here. I will find myself a new number if necessary. I give you my old number. It can help you. It is a mantle of law. It is protection. Do you accept it? You just need your name. How do you steal a name? Oh my goodness. Wow. Number? Is he happy with just the name? Should I accept it? I'm actually kind of split on this one. So anybody who might be listening, who has an opinion that does not know the outcome of either, what is your opinion? What would you think we should do? I'm kind of intrigued by the concept of, nah, I don't need a number, I'm good enough without it. Because I don't feel like I do need a number, but it could still be very helpful. He's offering fairly, yeah. That's fine, Beaver Curry, don't worry. I was just kind of thinking, I imagine most people are just listening, having this in the background, not paying too much attention. I was just kind of curious whether somebody of those might actually have an opinion in this. Take the number and hope it wins the lottery. Well, that's a fair way to go about it. And we take the number. Yes. Let it warm you. Trust in it. It will protect you. Farewell. He turns and begins to walk away from me. Wait, I had a few more questions.
Updated my journal.
What were they? Tell me about yourself. I'm Kuuyin. I came here by accident. Now that I am here, I intend to learn more. I must know more. I had other questions. Tell me about this place. I intend to discover that myself with my name. I am again a person. I can learn. I will do so. I had other questions. What are you doing? Preparing to face this new world with my old identity. Now that I know there are hidden pitfalls, I intend to discover what I can. I'm ready now. Can't ask him to join my party? Alright. Farewell. Deva's Heart is an achievement I just acquired. And I have a name now. Also did acquire 2 items earlier. The number of Kuuyin. What was the other thing I got? I think I gave it to him. The number of Kuuyin. Protection from chaotic creatures. Not usable by chaotic creatures. This is set 2 of a number in an intricate weaving of ink and flesh. It squirms when held as if sought out a host. It is the number of Kuuyin, a personal identifier that radiates law. When applied, the tattoo works itself into the skin of its owner, protecting it against the depredations of strongly chaotic creatures. It cannot be used by someone of chaotic alignment. Okay, I'm not chaotic yet. Your moral opinion is he is showing you appreciation. Yeah, it's one of those cases where I don't necessarily... Oh, it's -2 AC? Wow. It's one of these cases where I'm always kind of like, yeah, but I don't need it. But I suppose etiquette dictates that I should accept what they offer if I... Basically, accepting their appreciation is important. It's actually something that took me a long while to learn, genuinely. Oh. You have no idea of the outcome? Well, now we know. At least this outcome. Let's see what's in here, shall we? Hello. Buried villager.
I'm gone.
Hello. Just some answers. What are you doing? Alright. He doesn't say anything. Is it stealing if I grab stuff? Probably. No, actually, let's say certainly. But you know, I kind of have to if I want to survive sometimes.
Alright.
Alright. So what do we have over here in a pile of garbage, trash and things? Are they aggressive now? Poor quality stiletto. A small dwelling. Hello. Who might you be, good sir? You see a short, fat-faced man who is covered in filth and grime. He smells bad and his teeth are rotten. He wheezes as he looks up you up and down and says, "How quaint, you know." Yes. He looks at you suspiciously. He's selling or trading? Heh. Selling. With his eyes narrow even further. Dealing, eh? With me? Or everybody, Burke? Which? With everyone. His face turns bright red. Pike off, Burke! Get! This keeps mine! I got first claims, you got no claims. I'll farragut you like a fish. Simmer down, I'll just trade with you. Some of the cool color leaves his face. Alright, heh. He wipes sweat from his brow. You want to trade, heh? Yes, let's trade. Neat, I can sell him the copper stuff. I don't really plan on using the sadistic frame. I'm gonna keep the club of nettles just in case we get a thief in our party. The twisted ring is -1 AC. Definitely wanna keep that too. I don't know whether I wanna keep the pry bar. Sell these things. I can buy Charms of Infinite Recall if necessary. I have spells to identify. Although I feel like there might be use for them, I should basically worry about my inventory more than anything. It's my impression. I don't really plan on using the Dirty Rat Charms. Alright, he has rags and bandages. Iron knuckles. Anything interesting? High quality sledgehammer. And battle axe quality. He has corpse fly charm. I'd like to buy one. Oh, I'm a doofus. Let me actually check this back. 240 right now. That's straight. It still costs 240. The hollow earring is just for selling? Alright, I appreciate that insight. Because I figured maybe we can hide something in there sometime. But if it's basically just junk, we can sell it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a corpse fly charm, thank you. Because I don't always have enough spell slots remaining, and this thing is insanely powerful. Gonna keep this around for now. I don't want to aggro this guy, so if he attacks me... Nope, he doesn't. Maybe it's because I'm friendly, Sparkle. Curious.
Done.
What was in here? Just stiletto. Buried village guard. Hello, what are you guarding? The guard narrows his eyes and looks at your way as you approach, but says nothing. But through that archway. Ferret and his cord cutter. Mind yourself in there and watch your tongue. He's in a foul mood, as ever. Thanks, farewell. Alright, I wanna look around a bit more before I do. This area looks... well, it's an underground city. Punch daggers. Fist proficiency. Usable only by fighters and thieves. This weapon is a pair of jagged dagger blades mounted on iron knuckles. The blades have jagged edges to allow them to deal additional piercing damage when the wearer strikes an opponent. So it's like a... Ragnarok Online weapons, leg bones. Who here? The sour-faced, middle-aged man starts when you approach him and reaches for his belt, finding no weapon there. He simply backs away from you. You can see that beneath his collector robes, his lower legs and forearms are swathed in filthy encrusted bandages. What you want? Just the answers to some questions. He nods, but says nothing. Who are you? Name's Zoo here. So it is, he spits, as if it mattered down here. Alright, sure. What are you doing? Waiting for my wounds to heal up so I can make another run down below. Sells the stuff I find down there. Down below. He nods his head. Down in the catacombs, where all the deathers is. Say, is he going down there anytime? Perhaps, why? 'Cause I lost my lucky knife. He grunts angrily, stomping his foot. He's been with me for years. Right here. He points to the empty sheath on his belt. So what happened to it? I was poking about in the catacombs below and ran smack into Ghoul. Must have been a straggler, 'cause there's usually more than one. He bit at me in the face, so I covered up with my arms and he stabbed it in the eyes. He dropped a bit at my leg for a while before I shake the piker off and made it back up. Quite a story. I'll bring back your knife if I see it down there.
Updated my journal.
Would you? I'd be grateful, so would I. It's got me name carved into the handle. Alright, I'm glad to help. Before I go, let me ask you some more questions. You're covered in bandages. What happened to you? We literally just learned that, but hey, who knows? Hey, well, I got a bit in stuff by a ghoul down below while he was looking about stuff to sell off. I see. Very well. So I imagine these are the catacombs in here.
Done.
Cranium Rats, huh? Spooky. Don't want a spell? This is what the Swarm Curse is for. Actually, it's 5. We can kill, hopefully, one real fast. Then they can't cast spells. Okay, looks like we're fine.
Did you see that?
All right.
Right, you hit this one,
What's
you
up, Chief?
hit this one. Good job, guys. Alrighty.
What's the word, Chief?
You pick up all the cranium rat tails, that's what you do, and
Okay.
let's see what else is in here. Nothing. Nothing is in here. Alright, I don't know where the catacombs are, I guess. I figured they would be here, but this was
All
just
right.
building. There's another building to go in here. So more stuff. You wish you had something to drink, suppose. Bone charm. +2 to armor class for a while. Might as well take it with me. Looks like I'm just basically looking through the trash heaps and spotting stuff that is useful, but other people may have not seen before. You just say the same thing as the others? Yeah, probably
Done.
just the same thing.
I'm gone.
Let's see, it looks like an old gatehouse wall. Alright, what are you guarding here? The guard gives you one sword with a bored, half-closed eyes. If you want to use the gate, bar's your getter. He nods towards Bar, standing on the front gate. If not, then leave me be, will ya? He looks away from you. Alright, fair. There's Bar over here. You see a massive human, dressed in cast-off patchwork clothing and reeking of old ale. He is truly huge. It's obvious he was chosen for this job for his brawn, not his brains. What do you want? What lies beyond the gate? The guard looks at you for a moment and sneers. Your mother's bedchambers. We got to keep the gate down cause the traffic was getting to be too much, you know. Bike off before you join the deaders down below. Alright.
Done.
So those are the catacombs. Alright, more
Done.
stuff. More things, more places. More monies. More monies. Somebody lost their money in the trash heap and we just picked them up. Chances are a lot of these people are both bodies anyways at this point.
All right.
And we're just finding the things they left behind. To be fair, there's actually somebody in here, so... Oh Right, that appears to be basically everything around here.
I'm gone.
Aside from going towards the catacombs or to Farrod's. Well, we know Farrod is not the most pleasant man, but let's see whether we can... Wait. I don't have friends anymore, do I? Let's see what we can talk to him about. Farrod's court.
All right.
Alright.
I'm gone.
What is this place? Who built such a
I'm
thing?
gone.
It feels like we are tiny figures in like a giant's
I'm
room. That's my impression of this area here. Like this area was built for people significantly much larger than we are. That's what I'm thinking. Wait, you are Farrod? Alright. Before you is an elderly man, leaning heavily upon a crutch. His left leg is twisted, as if he tried to walk 2 directions at once, and paid the price. His maggoty-colored skin is bunched heavily upon his skull and is flecked with liver spots. He is mumbling and smacking his lips as his eyes make a circuit of the room. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
Ah! The man's eyes light up as he hears your voice. "'Tisn't my steady crap of chink. Come to Farrod's waiting hours again. Greetings, corpse." He smiles a wicked grin. "Have you come to ask Farrod for another jaunt to the mortuary walls?" Well, I suppose that's gonna be a way to get there, huh? Farrod, I've come for an information. I've been told that you know something about me. Know something about you? The light in Farrod's eyes dims. He studies you, mumbling, slightly as his eyes flicker up and down your frame. Corpse? No? Yes? His eyes meet yours. Ah, no. Farrod? What is it? Farrod studying you with that even gaze. "'Tisn't the mummer's fair, corpse. No time for games, no time for Farrod to play the wheel. What are you asking such questions for?" "I have forgotten myself, and I was told to seek you out, that you would know something of me." Eh? Farrod licks his lips. They make a rasping sound like dry parchment on sand. "Now, who told you such a thing, corpse?" "Well, no one told me exactly. There were these tattoos on my back. They told me to seek you out if I ever forgot myself." "Ah, so little said, so much told." Farrod falls silent, and suddenly you have a feeling that Farrod is dissecting you, like a corpse in a mortuary slab. "I know much you would know. Much, yes, much indeed." Farrod smiles slowly, and folds of flesh on his face peeling back like a curtain. "What do you know of me?" Farrod licks his lips, then settles himself upon his crutch like a vulture. "No, no, not free. The question you ask." His pasty white hands tap the edge of his crutch. "Much I can tell you, but the telling has a cost." "Go on." Farrod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. "This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker Square." "Yes?" "Chambers, vaults, corridors, filled with the dead, all asleep in their coffins somewhere in those halls. Somewhere there lies something misplaced. Something mine." "What is it?" "A small thing, a trinket, such a trifle." As Farrod speaks, his words start echoing, as if 2 people were speaking. You know you've heard them before. From your own lips. "It's a sphere, made of bronze, ugly, feels like an egg to the touch, and it smells of rotten custard. Am I right?" Ferret falls deathly silent for a moment, then nods. Yes. How much do ye hide from me, corpse? He chuckles. Did you return to see if I remember what it is I want? Why don't you get one of your collectors to search for it? Because the corridors need no more dead from this village. Ferret ticks. How do you even say that? Strong, fast, clever. These are qualities my villagers do not have. They go below, they do not return. Ferret glances at you. Perhaps the dead will welcome their own. That is what I think, corpse. Very well, I'll do it, but I want to know what I'm buying with this trinket. There's a lot of knowing rattling around in my brain box, a corpse. He holds up a withered finger. One of them is this bit of wisdom. Everyone wants something, whether they know it or not. There's much I know about you, much that you would want to know. Only here for the voicing? I see. Welcome to your fate. I hope you have a nice day. Sure. He is very different than what I expected. Very well. I will see about finding this sphere for you, in exchange for what you know. Very well. A deal struck, a deal made. Ferret cracks his crutches sharply against the flagstones. A sphere for a peek inside my brain box. Now, corpse, there is no time to go waste. Go to the gate to the southeast and tell those slumbering fools to open it for you. Make haste, make haste. Very well. I will go to the gate and then to the catacombs.
Updated my journal.
And I'm going to look around here too. This goes deeper and deeper. Apparently. I guess we're not gonna get to the smoldering bar anytime soon at this rate. Unless I just return before going down there. I don't assume there is a time limit to this. Nothing is implied to be of urgency, so to speak. Alright.
All right.
So the catacombs are down there. I'm very strongly considering just going back to the bar. Also, now that I'm a bit stronger and I have certain spells on me, I would like to, let's say, clear out some thugs out of an alley outside. So I'm just gonna go back for now. I'm very curious about the bar. Also, we did actually have the information for Sharegrave now, if I'm not mistaken, because we know Barrett is getting the corpses from the catacombs. Basically, he's digging up dead people that are long dead and sell them to the Dusties. So I presume that's what is happening here. Wonder how the Dusties are getting their money. Thinking about it.
Done.
I'm gonna rest real quick so I get all my spells back. There is a time limit, the heat death of the universe. Well, I dare to say there's a separate limit before that. I would like to rest here, thank you very much. Does this employ slave labor? True. Suppose that would kind of explain it by itself. Now let's see whether we can tell Sharegrave about this or whether he would want to know more specifics about it. Alrighty. Hey buddy. All in all, Fareth doesn't seem any more of a evil gang leader than this guy. Not any less. Apparently I haven't figured it out yet.
All right.
Alright, I thought I had figured it out with the catacombs, but I suppose I haven't specifically figured it out yet. Suppose I'm only putting the pieces together. Let's go into the alleyway. Forget what it exactly is called. Have I actually looked at this area here? I have not, have I? Pretty sure I have not looked at this area yet. Over there, that's another thing. But I'm actually really curious about corpse bar. The smoldering corpse bar, because it just sounds like a really fascinating thing, and I feel like it's gonna be very literal about smoldering corpse. Your map has a world map button. Oh. Well, that's kinda neat. Either way, this is where I wanted to go. Enemy sighted. Dark alley shift. Alright. We're gonna do what I planned on doing. I'm gonna try and drag all of these clowns together.
Done.
And then... So they do remember that I went hostile with them. And then I'm going to try and swarm curse them. We have 2 swarm curses. 3 if necessary. I'm just gonna run around for a second. So they're all bunched up. This should probably be sufficient. Swarm curse. And we attack them.
Did you see that?
I wish they wouldn't flash. I don't know why it flashes the screen as much as it does. Alright, Mort leveled up. Mort is now +1 to fist, so basically +1 chance to hit. And his fighting skills have improved. Handy. We get some bronze bracelets to sell, basically money.
What's
And a
up?
dirty rat charm.
I'm gone.
That sounded like a lot of angry bees. Yes,
I'm gone.
it's precisely what I planned on doing. So, we're gonna do the same thing here, just drag all of these clowns together. Right, Mort, you
Yeah,
can come over
good
here
as
now
done.
too.
Done.
I accidentally
All right.
dragged them apart. So give me a second. Just herding them together. That's what we do. And that's good enough.
Huh? Sure, why not? What? Damn it. What's up, Joe? Why not?
Alright. Good enough for me. Now we just have 1 remaining. I figured they wouldn't be too terribly tough overall. But I also figured they would put up a little bit more of a fight than this.
What's the word, Chief?
Alright, Mort. You know your ability to be just really mean to somebody? Here's where you use it.
Personality of a patch of what's up?
Oh, I interrupted his speech, sorry. You have the personality of a patch of what?
I'm gone.
Yeah. All the money. That's been acquired. Also, there's a thing over here. Do I still have my pry bar? I can't use my pry bar, I just realized, because I'm not a fighter anymore. We'll see. This container is locked. Attack it with a bone dagger. Bash failed. Can I just keep trying?
Failed. Failed. Failed.
I might have to... Oh wait, I have a knock spell. if I memorized it. Didn't. Can go back here a little bit later with the knock spell.
Done.
Let's see, what's in here?
Done.
Stuff. Also, wasn't there somebody else in here that wanted something? Oh yeah,
Gone.
I forgot I had a limb by the way. It's the limb friend. Wait, what did you want, Aula? The lost soul has returned. Come, let us give thanks to Oscar and celebrate your return. I assume you have reconsidered about joining my congregation. Oh yeah. I forget what Oscar was again. Tell me about it. Aula's voice takes the tone of adulation. Oscar is the keeper of gateways. Within Oscar lies the power of portals, doorways and opportunity. Sigil, also known as the City of Doors, used to be home of Oscar until he was cast out by the accursed lady. Now there are few worshippers of Oscar here because the lady forbids it. That will soon change, however, as I help the people to see the greatness of Oscar. She cannot stand against the will of the people. Alright, right. I don't know whether I want to join this, but this actually sounds very, very interesting. I'm very strongly considering just joining this guy's Oscar, because having control over gateways seems incredibly useful over, you know, gateways in this area. Also, hey, Razor Angels. We did the thing you asked for, Crystal. They attacked us anyway, so yeah. Have you made any gain in seeking to write Rotten William the Dead book? Yes, he's dead. You won't need to worry about him or his gang anymore. It's done. Rotten William is gone. You have my thanks, traveler, and you will never again pay toll for the passage through the alley of dangerous angles. I have but one more request for you. What is it? There is a dangerous killer, a lone wolf, who goes by the name of Black Rose. He is preying on my people. I ask you to stop him. What's in it for me? Jink, coin, quite a bit of it. Are you interested? Sure. Then find the barmy Black Rose in this alley, and write him into the dead book. When he is dead, return, and I shall reward you. You got a
Updating
deal.
my journal. Done.
For all I know, I'm just the well, actually, no, I am the pawn in her play right now. Like, it's not even... I'm just doing her bidding at this rate. Also, she says in this alley. And yeah, I have the limb equipped. I would need to... forget how to use limb.
Done.
Somewhere in this alley. Where would that be? Burnt building in a tent. Wonder if the Oscar dude might know about it. Hey Rock, do you know about Black Rose? Oh no. Hi Lim. Don't kick the Lim, pet the Lim.
I'm gone.
Gamlin, hello. The lady curse you, but in all the planes you want now. Greetings. He just doesn't want to talk, huh? I wonder whether it might be somebody who might only appear after we have accepted the quest. Okay. By the way, Feel free to tell me something like something is needed later, so make sure you keep it. But please don't tell me what it is about or how it works. I would appreciate that. Also, welcome. I hope you have a nice day so far. Let's see. Not here.
All right.
Somewhere in this alley.
This is probably the worst place we can be in Sigil at the worst time.
There's another dark alley, Sif. Why are you here?
Damn.
You say he is here, but I don't know where. In this alley, you say. Oops. But I don't know where. Oh, maybe over here. Ah, there it is. Hello, I kinda missed you earlier. This man moves with frightening speed, and he seems only half there. His eyes burn of his haze, and their madness pierces your heart. You! His voice is like a blast of cold air. Declare your allegiance. Do you hold for good or evil? I believe in aiding those less fortunate than myself. I choose good. There is a man named Rotten William. He is dark and deceitful man. He is the leader of the Dark Alley shifts. Find him in his alley and slay him, and you will serve the cause of goodness. Fail, and evil shall arise. Refuse, and I shall slay you. Rotten Williams is already dead. Your next task is to slay Clearstill, leader of the Razor Angels. Balance requires her death. Balance? Why? I see, he is the true neutral, so he wants to remove both the good and the evil. Although I kind of doubt that Crystal is the good side. She's just not as bad, probably. Nah, I'm not gonna do it, dude. I won't do it. His fiery eyes slit and he whispers, "Then you are an enemy." With a blur of motion, he attacks. He seems like a paladin, he does. Fight. Alright, you don't have your ability anymore, do you? Oh, you do. Litany of Curses, which reduces his AC and his chance to hit, which seems useful to me. And let's see. I'm gonna Chromatic Warp him. Your face is just begging to be kicked. 8 damage. Injured so far. Oh, and the Razor Angel is actually helping us here. Definitely rather strong, but we were reasonably well prepared. Just a rusty dagger. Huh. Fascinating. Runeseeker, thank you. Hello. Thank you so much for 13 months of support. Welcome back. And I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Like, for all I know, the Black Rose dude, he might have just been, like, the correct path, if you will, in a certain sense. But he didn't explain things. You don't explain stuff to me, I'm not gonna do it. Not with half information like that. Or, well, maybe I will. Depends on my gut feeling. Have you found Black Rose and eliminated him from the alley? Yes. You need not worry about him any longer. She hands you a large patched purse. You have my thanks, and the thanks of the Razor Angels. We part friends and shall remember you. Sure.
Updated my journal.
Farewell. Alright. Well, she's at least friendly about it, so... That's nice. Can I rest here? Too dangerous to rest here. Oh no. Can I go in here and rest? Actually, I don't even know whether that rest button ever works. You cannot rest in this area. And yeah, we got 1,000 copper. That's a lot of money. For them trying to make their ends meet, I didn't expect her to give me that much. Like, I would have expected 100. So, it's a good reward, but... I would take less for them to be less shifty about their income. Oh well. Alright. I was told I can use the world map. Can I just click on things where to go? No? Not yet. Show walkable. Alright, this actually could be coming in handy too. That is a really nice button right there, the show walkable. Alright, I'm gonna... Before I forget about it... I'm going to go back, rest in the only place where I know how to rest, or where to rest I suppose.
I'm gone.
And... Then I get the knock spell. And I also get the friend spell again. Oh my goodness. The Black Abishai is still here. I suppose I did talk to people around here because the Black Abishai I did talk to and I kind of enraged him.
Right.
I don't like those Abishai, still they're not friendly. You know about 2 places to rest? True. But I don't want to rest in the other place. Alright, Mortis even healed full, didn't even need to ask for healing.
Alright.
Alright, I want to knock that thing up. Open is probably more the appropriate way to say it.
I'm gone.
Everything looks a lot brighter during daytime. Who would have guessed? Yeah, I only just noticed that as well. The Parlor car, it's like... Wait, knocking up is... No. That's not what I should have said. Oh well. I'm not perfect. Knocking it open. Ta-da! All that for a charm of infinite recall. And I didn't even sell the bronze rings I acquired. Oh well. Fine. Fine. I'm just gonna... Oh, you can go down there? I'm impressed. I'm going to keep the... knock spell equipped. So there's that.
I'm gone.
Okay, we are back at the marketplace. Was I able to sell the... earrings or bronze rings to this guy? I don't remember. Oh yeah, we can sell him the bronze bracelet and charms, but not the bronze rings. Curious. Yeah, sell. He doesn't really have anything interesting. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, the burning corpse bar was kind of down there. I keep forgetting what exactly it is called. I think Mort is walking and the other guy is running. That was weird. The Hive. Smoldering corpse bar, there it is, that's what it's called. And we also haven't exactly looked at many things around here. A barrier? What is a barrier? Hello! You're like a centaur, but different? Much as this creature's body is a combination of man and ram, his head is a mix of sorts with a broad flat nose, goat ears, and a pair of curling horns. Intricate designs are shaved into his dirty pelt, and a massive four-flanged pole arm hangs from his belt harness. He doesn't seem to notice you. Greetings. He turns to face you with the startling speed, his eyes dark and suspicious of you. His voice is deep and rumbling, not quite human, and heavily accented. What do you want, Two Legs? His hand is close to the pole arm. Only to speak with you, I had some questions. He seems to calm down. His hand drops away from his weapon. He still keeps a certain distance from you, however. What do you wish to ask of me? Why are you so wary of me? He seems sad for him. This place, a wretched, unclean place, is full of unfriendly, sometimes desperate people. Not the best place for a visiting warrior. Two Legs. He shrugs. I have business here, though. And so, here I am. Business? What are you here for? Another time, Two Leg. I've ever met in a happier place. I shall tell you all about it. You said you were visiting. You don't live here? The barrier shakes his head, laughing. No, oh no. Two Legs. No barrier could live like this. Where are you from? From the plains of Isgard, Two Legs. They are my home. He smiles in fond recollection, as if warmed by the memory. Alright, this is all I needed to know. Farewell. I like him.
All right.
Very cautious, but friendly. Kuatra's warehouse. You know what? Let's go into the warehouse real quick. Maybe we can buy something interesting in here.
Done.
Hello. Small dwelling. Kuatra. Moving from box to box, this man seems to be totally immersed in counting boxes and scribbling results down on a piece of parchment. He looks annoyed as you interrupt him. What is it now? Can't you see I'm busy in taking inventory? Go bother someone else. I didn't mean to interrupt. Farewell. Can't buy anything here, dude. Maybe later. Or maybe now. You again? I thought I told you not to bother me. Sorry. Just figured maybe you're done now. Apparently not.
I'm gone.
Alright. Damsel in distress. Damsel in distress, are you okay? You see a pretty young woman. Her hair is in disarray and the bodice of her dress is torn. She looks about in desperation and then notices you. Greetings. She runs up to you and grabs your arm. You notice the front of her dress is stained with blood. Help me, Cutter, please. They're killing my sister. She begins to tug on your arm. Well, I mean, it's a trap, but let's do it anyways. I'll help you. Take me to her. A look of relief washes over her face. She tugs at your arm. This way, Cutter. Follow her. It's as old as time. Isn't it?
What? What's up, Chief? What's the word, Chief?
I figured maybe it would be something more interesting than this.
Damn.
It wasn't.
What's up?
Done.
Alright. I assume she died. Somewhere. Maybe it should just run away. That's fair too. Maybe a little bit overkill just using my spell on her, but fine. Start a dog barking thug. This wild-eyed man is hunched over, barking and howling at the top of his lungs. Beneath his thick, matted hair, you can make out a series of strange tattoos. They run the range from screaming faces to bizarre geometric shapes, to what appears to be lines of a verse. He is almost naked, but the dirt and filth covering him gives him a semblance of modesty. If a long forlorn howl? No. Greetings. The man whirs on you and gives you a low growl. He draws out the growl for a few seconds, then starts barking violently at you. In the distance you can hear answering barks. Farewell then. Well, that's a tree with one snapped branch too many. Morty rolls his eyes. No sense in chatting with Zauzitect, Chief. They're a barmy bunch. Zauzitect. They're a faction who don't have any rules, except don't keep one thought in their head for too long. They're sometimes called Chaosmen. No need to explain why. How do they get members? They just seem to attract members like flies. Well, members that are crazy or chaotic enough, I suppose. I don't think they have any recruiters, though you really can't say anything about them for sure. I see. Thanks for the information. How do you know these things, Mort, when you have been in this mortuary for such a long time? Also, we were supposed to kill 3 barking dogs, if I'm not mistaken. And in a different quest. Painted door of tenements of thugs. Alright. Hello? Anybody here? What he first took to be a door in this archway is actually a painting. The artist has made use of the shadows of overhanging arch and some subtle texturing effects to give the door the illusion of substance. That's pretty cool, actually. Examine the door. Other than the skill of the artist, there is nothing remarkable about the painting. The door has been painted on a rough stone wall. You can feel the stone and mortar beneath the painted wooden texture. Fascinating. Because Mort knows things. He probably knows a lot more than he told me as well, for that matter. But we'll see. Barking wilder. This wild-eyed man is hunched over, snarling and giving low growls. It looks like he hasn't trimmed his hair in years. It's so long it forms a veil over his eyes. He has a long, stringy mustache, caked with grease and sweat, and the tips of the mustache droop so much that they have become tangled in his ragged beard. Greetings. The man stops in mid-snarl, and he reaches up to part the curtain of hair that covers his eyes. As his withered hand pulls away his dirty locks, several strange puce-colored bugs fall from his hair and scatter across the cobbles. Behind the cloak of hair, the man's flesh is moon-pale and creased with wrinkles. His thick, bushy eyebrows form a V as he stares at you. And might take the moon fly too? Tilt your head to one side, as if studying him. The man frowns, but his eyebrows tilt upwards in a reverse V, creating a bizarre expression. You have no idea how he accomplished the facial expression, but it makes you uncomfortable watching the muscles beneath his face shift into the new pattern. You can't tell whether he is angry, curious, both, or neither. Since speak a man, answers prefer a would-be woman heart. What? Alright, that sounds interesting. A single kiss speaks a woman's heart, but a man's answer is what you would prefer. Very well then, but know this, my answer is a question and an answer from you is what I would prefer. The man seems mesmerized by your voice. With every word you speak, a light flickers in his eyes. Barking wilder, am I? I am. Wanting, asking, may you may? You may and I will. Are you one of the Chaos Men? Chaos! He stutters out of the word, as if having difficulty getting his tongue around it. Some say Seositex. I say Sitek I Soax. Chaos Men! Men, no. Nemo, no. Men, yes. 3 no's make a yes. He hunches down on his knees and begins to rock back and forth, singing in a childlike soprano. Chaos men, hop along home. Affection it is, yet we are alone. So you're the Chaos, one of the Chaos Men. Very well. I had some other questions. He claps his hands delightedly, like a child at a festival, then gives a howling shout. Question! Question! I'm looking for a lost journal. Do you know where I might find one? Oh. He frowns, squints his eyes shut, then opens them back up. When he speaks again, his voice is level and straightforward. It is like a different, saner person is speaking. The effect is eerie. More than one lost, more than one must find. Each part you had one, so more than one must find. Blinks and shakes his head for a moment, as if surprised at himself, then chuckles uneasily. Can you tell me where at least one of them is?
Updated my journal.
Well, that was a surprise. He looks like he is about to object, then suddenly his left fist comes up and smacks him in the temple. He howls in response, then suddenly stops, blinking. One is in a cupboard in your guest room in the Hall of the Sensates, and another is on the walls of a tomb sealed deep beneath the city where the stones weep. The others are. Before he can finish, his right fist comes up and smashes him in the face, causing him to yowl again. He blinks and shakes his head for a moment, as if surprised at himself, then smiles uneasily. I have a good idea where the tooth beneath the city is, the catacombs. Hall of the Sensates, where is that? Barking Wilder holds up his hand. He doesn't seem to recall what he just said. Forget it then. I'll try and find my own. Well, that's a tree with one snapped branch too many. Thought I might be able to learn something from him. Never mind, let's go. We did learn something from him.
I'm gone.
And something beyond that is kind of... talking to us. That was fascinating. Fell's Tattoo Parlor. Probably part of the docs. I were to guess. That was interesting. So the journal I'm looking for is in pieces. And here we have Fell.
I'm gone.
Let's see. An unusual work of art. Oh, he probably painted the door, huh? This looks like a clock, but there are no numbers or hands on it. A pattern of barbed black branches have been inscribed on this wall. This design seems to be a shadow casting a shadow. The silhouette of a shadow makes it unclear whether it is a man or a woman. Or something else. This strange looking chair seems to be where the patron sits. Hello? You see a Dabus, but something about it strikes you as odd. It has the same shock of white hair, the same greenish cast on it to its skin, the same pair of goat horns. Then you suddenly realize this one is walking on the ground, not floating. For some reason that makes you uneasy. I had some questions for you. The Dabus waits. Who are you? As you're about to ask, you suddenly realize you already know the Dabus's name. His name is Fell. As if in response, the Dabus inclines his head slightly, and a lone symbol appears above its head. It is blurry at first, then resolves into a white oval with a black lightning bolt through it. I feel like I know you, Fel. Fel bows reverently, and the stream of symbols swirl around about his head, rotating clockwise, then counterclockwise. It takes you a moment to translate. This is the first time and not the first time you have come to this place. Which is presumably pretty accurate. Do you know who I am? Another series of symbols materialize quickly and sharply into focus above Fel's head. The translation comes to you just as quickly and as sharply as the symbols themselves. And as if you have translated the exact same string many times before. Yes, but I am not permitted to tell your story. Why not?
Updated my journal.
For a moment there is no response from Fel. Then a stream of rebuses appear as a trickling out of Fel's mind. My apologies. I cannot change the nature of a man. You can't explain why, but the last sentence sends a crawling sensation through your skull. The nature of a man? What does that mean? The symbols that appear above Fel almost mirror the previous stream. My apologies, I cannot say. I see, I had another question for you. The Dabus waits. You say you've met me before, Fel. Do you know how I died? Fel does not respond for a moment, then slowly, menacingly, 3 symbols materialize above his head, each of them casting a low shadow. Shadows? Oh, the lady's shadow, probably? The 3 symbols swirl about each other, each leaving a faint, black misty trail about them. They take a ragged edge, like teeth and talons, and multiply. Where there were 3, there is 9. 9 becomes 27, until the room is a swarm of shadows. Many shadows. They streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die. Why? The shadowed symbol swirls into one, then dissolve to be replaced with a simple symbol. I do not know. Alrighty. And what lies beyond that curtain, Fel? A caravan train of symbols slowly materialize around Fel, one by one. It is my gallery. Your discarded skins are my canvas. I admire you. I am saddened for you. Saddened for me? Why? Another caravan of symbols forms around Fel, this time forming a circle. The mark of torment lies upon your flesh. Tragedies and loss have built themselves upon it, like stones from a foundation. You have endured great pain. What do you mean? A long string of rebuses appears above Fel's head, then surrounds his arms like manacles. I admire you, because you have never surrendered to the weight of these losses, despite the fact that chains hang on you still. Go on. A long string of rebuses appears above Fel's head, then falls, covering him like a cloak. These losses blanket this life, and all of your past ones. You shed lives like a molting serpent. You are exploring the infinite paths of life. Tell me more. A long string of rebuses appears above Fel's head, then falls suddenly to the floor, streaming out behind him like a shadow. Take with you this warning. Each of your lives casts a shadow on existence. You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad and regrets have scarred the earth. Is there anything else you can tell me? A brief series of paper-thin rebuses appear in an orderly row next to Fel, then vanish into glowing motes. Do not sign anything. Very well. Another series of rebuses appear, forming a spiral. They have the texture of a question about them. Do you feel complete? I don't, in fact. Ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel like something's missing. Something inside. Well, I have my intestines currently on the outside. fell knots and a series of symbols materialize in a halo around him. You are strong. Keep faith, and you shall become whole again. I'll try. I had some other questions. What is this place? A slow train of symbols materialize around Fell's head. The symbols take several moments to resolve, starting with simple lines, then fleshing themselves out into breathtaking colors. This is where I tattoo color and life upon flesh and bone. Well, can I see what tattoos you have? Ah, we can buy tattoos now. Hooray! Don't forget to drink. Thank you. Hello and welcome to Metal Bear. Salty? It's not salty as much as just like... Blah. Razor Angel ink. Alright, let's see. Not usable by evil character, protection from evil. Apparently they are the good ones, huh? This tattoo has limited amount of uses, invokes protection from evil. Tattoo of the Restless Dead, invokes bless. Only limited uses. Tattoo of the Skull. Basically, +1 lux, +1 saves, +1 charisma, -1 to wisdom. Only by the nameless one. Tattoo of the Skull. For all of Mort's faults, having him as a companion makes you seem more capable and not much of a stranger to Sigil Streets. This tattoo reinforces that bond, giving you +1 to charisma. This tattoo reinforces that... oh wait. And when invoked, it lends you some of Mort's luck, and his ability to shrug off anything that would otherwise cause him to stop talking, such as paralyzation or stunning. Unfortunately, it also gives the user a penalty for their wisdom, which is not hard to understand, considering how little Mort has to spare. This tattoo can only call upon its luck ability a limited number of times. When the tattoo's power is exhausted, however, the charisma bonus will remain. Okay, so this is a permanent thing, technically. Accuracy, basically +1 chance to hit. This tattoo has 2 concentric rings with lines radiating from the center. When inscribed on the skin, the wearer's perception of distance and balance becomes heightened, giving their attacks greater accuracy. Basically +1 to hit, which is pretty nice. Tattoo of Bloodletting, +1 to damage with all attacks. Considering how little damage we currently do, +1 is actually a lot of damage more. Tattoo of Might, +1 to Strength, alright. Tattoo of Greater Might, only usable by fighters, +2 to Strength. Tattoo of Insight, +1 to Intelligence. Tattoo of Revelation, +2 to Intelligence, only usable by mages probably. I didn't read, yeah. Tattoo of the Spirits, +1 to Wisdom. And +2 to Wisdom, which apparently is not limited to just them. This tattoo bolsters the user's wisdom, allowing him to have a greater chance of gaining memories and giving him a greater percentage of experience points earned. If I had this one, I would actually have 22 wisdom right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that would be 22. Oh, I'm not done yet. So maybe I should get that. Can I go beyond 20 with just that points investment, or do I need to actually have the tattoo? Feel free to enter that question. Tattoo of the Spirit and Soul. Tattoo of Action, gets +1 dexterity. Cap is 25. Alright, I was advised to get 22. So that's gonna be my initial goal. Tattoo of Health, +1 Constitution, which presumably is +1 health per level. So you can get to 25 with just points. You don't understand the question. Basically, in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, the maximum stats you can get is 20 by ability score improvement. I was wondering whether you can go above 20 with just ability score improvements, or whether you would need to have like something +2 or something like that to get above 20. And, well, the answer is given. 25 is always the cap in 2nd edition. Alrighty. Tattoo of Greater Presence, +2 to Charisma, +9 to base hit points, only usable by fighters, +3 for this one. Tattoo of Warding, +1 to armor class. And Greater Warding probably only usable by fighters. Alright, I'm probably just gonna get Revelation then for... Oh wait, no, the other one. Tattoo of the Soul for now. That way I have 22 and we can put the points into anything else. Before I do that, we're friends, right? Ah, there we go. Now it costs less. Maybe I talked to the other guy too early last time. Well, it costs 60 less monies. Well, which I suppose is better than nothing. Enough charisma for friends to raise it to 20. Alright, I will follow that advice, Beef Curry. Is it a spoiler to ask why 22 wisdom in particular? Yes. If you'd like to know, you could have somebody whisper it to you. It is a spoiler to me. Alright, let's do this. Do you have anything I can sell? No? Alright. Thank you for the tattoo of the soul. We have... Wait, I know we have... We have 3 tattoo slots. I could get more. Kind of considering getting a tattoo for -1 AC as well. Sure, why not? Tattoo of the spirits. Actually, in this case, I can get a tattoo of insight. That is 19 intelligence, and then we can just raise charisma. Well, that's if I don't find any other interesting tattoos, I suppose. However, let's just get the... We can always go come back and change it. So let's get a tattoo of insight. And with this we have... Now... 22 wisdom, 19 intelligence. Wait, how do I have 6? Oh, right. Oh, I remember. It's a random roll, 1 through 8, on how much charisma I gain.
Done.
I remember now.
I'm gone.
Alrighty, what is beyond that curtain? Wait, did I ask that question? I don't want to just go there. He seems friendly. What lies beyond that curtain, Fel? A caravan train of symbols slowly materialize around Fel, one by one. It is my gallery. Your discarded skins are my canvas. I admire you. I'm saddened for you. Oh wait, I guess I did ask that one. Wait, can I go there? Is that okay? Oh! Oh, I see. So the nameless one has had many lives before, for all we know, and he has chosen different paths, and consequently the tattoos he has worn are these ones too. This tattoo is a black steed with dead white eyes and spines bristling from its shoulders. This picture shows a black sphere with trails of black mist floating away from it. This design shows a series of black rivers whose courses divide, cross each other and then float together. This design is a hollow beast with a tiny demon in its head. Human skin has been stretched across the wooden frames. The skins are covered with tattoos. Wait, you mean that literal? Of course you mean that literal. It's Planescape Torment. Come on. The human skin has been stretched across the wooden frame. Yeah. How do I keep getting new skin then? I guess that's my ability to regenerate it if I were to guess. That would make the most sense. Alright. Thank you. Have a nice day. Do you still have the armors at the start of the game in the mortuary? No, I sold them.
Right.
I only defeated one of these things inside, so I assume I could technically go back there. Alright, July. Who might you be, good sir? I think I talked to you before. You see a thin man with stained clothes, a hooked nose, and two stubby horns jutting from his forehead. He is stumbling about and muttering to himself. He stinks of brine, vomit, and cheap wine. Oh, are you July? If so, Craddock needs you back at the marketplace. Good thing the nameless one remembers. Craddock? The man's eyes widen. Ah, Craddock. Beginner's boss. Well, you can tell him this. He can pike off. He is filthy dog, a cur of the lowest sorts, and July's not work with me anymore. He taps you with his finger. Tell him that. I'll tell him from a distance. Farewell. Fair enough. Also, hey, we did talk to Nott, Amaris. How are you doing today? I hear I spoke to Nott for me. I think you could her. Of course, but how did you know? I have many friends in the hive, I do. She winks at you. Again, a thank you. Of course. Farewell.
Done.
Interesting. Alrighty, and with this entire loop, we finally enter the Smoldering Corpse Bar. Maybe now is a good time to take a break. I don't know how large this is. Oh my goodness. Ha, of course it's literal. Oh my goodness. What else did I expect anyways? Planescape Torment. Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop for now. I do feel my voice getting a little bit, well, worn already. And this appears to be potentially a whole new adventure. So, everybody, next time we're going to explore the Smoldering Corpse Bar and, well, talk to the Smoldering Corpse Ignis apparently, because why not? And we're going to descend into catacombs. We might be talking to more people. In fact, we will be talking to more people. Such is the nature of the game. So, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening and for lurking. I hope you enjoyed your stay. I hope you enjoyed being around and, well, hopefully until next time. Take care and have a good night.